up, people? It's your Usmaan back again with the last Ramathon podcast of this season. Officially, the top four has been officially completed. Listen, I'm just gonna quickly get Kish in here. I think he's here. He's back. You know, man, just come during my intro and that. He just violated me, but he's here. Look at him. Oh, the best. All right, guys, back. Kish is back. Obviously, as you guys know, Kish only turns up when Spurs win, so he's been off for a while. You know, that emphatic.
If there was ever in my life a game that I badly wanted us to lose, it was that. We couldn't even do that. God. We couldn't even lose. Like when you need us.
Listen, Gareth Bale
can't even do that.
Gareth Bale's gotta be Chelsea fan. Man, go on then. Man just pulled out the flipping performance.
You man won the St. Totteringham's Day trophy, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, don't worry.
I feel like Bale just turns up to piss everyone off. I just feel like that's Bale's job, just to piss people off.
No, okay, let me do the intro. We'll get into it, don't worry. As you can see, the show's going to be quite lively. As always, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in. Just a quick side note, everyone's links are down below to the YouTube channel, so no fapping about. Hit the link. The reason I'm saying that, of course, first and foremost, shout out to the boys. But secondly, we're not going to go into too much detail on each team. Of course, we're not going to have enough time because we could probably do a full podcast on Spurs or Arsenal for that matter, or any other team. So by all means, check out their personal content because they will go into more detail. I'm pretty sure, obviously, West Ham Fan TV and Eyes on the Ball will be doing that in particular for their teams. But anyways, let's get into it. The way it's going to work is we're going to only cover the top 10 teams. I had to stretch it to 10 because Arsenal fucking finished 8th. But, you know, I had to get them in somehow into the conversation. It's normally top 6, maybe top 7 at a push. But no, the 8th. They really had to flip and stretch out. But obviously, we want to mention Everton as well because they were meant to win the league after 7 games. It is what it is. But anyways, let's get into it. You know, first and foremost, we got the boys back. They've been on practically every single episode this season. It's an absolute pleasure, as always. I have written down everyone's predictions of what they did at the start of the season, so we'll go through that as well. But yeah, we got. I was about to call you Javi then, but obviously not. We got Iniesta ×2, Kojo and Cahill in the building, aka 3 in midfield. Boys, what are we saying?
Good. All good, man. All good.
yes.
I'm kind of shook for my predictions though, because I can't remember what I said. So
no, I'm not gonna lie. That was a lie. I haven't actually got them written down. I know I'm roughly though, but I don't care. I just had to scare people. I've got Kales though. Just quickly, just to give you a context of our intelligence. Kale and Arsenal in second, so that says a lot about it.
That is a lie. That is a fat lie. That is a lie. Don't even try it.
Kale, if you haven't got proof, here's where that is Arsenal. Anyway,
if you've watched all the other episodes, you know that's a fat lie.
I've done my research. Don't worry. But listen, let's introduce the rest of the panel. Obviously from London. To the team. First and foremost, London is white. North London in particular, Kish is finally back with that emphatic 4-2 victory over Leicester. I told you, Kish, Leicester don't deserve Champions League. Shit, and you proved that to me on the last day. But what you saying, Kish? How you feeling, bro?
To be honest, my hashtag at the moment should be pissed FC because that is literally where I'm at in life and with Spurs in general. It's ruined my everyday mood. So that's literally where I stand, and I'm sure most Spurs fans stand in the same position.
So you got a new kit, man. You'll be fine. And you're in the Conference League. You're in the Conference League. You secured.
Oh yeah, for that Harry Potter experience, innit? For the train trips. Yeah. Platform 9 3/4 journeys. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, don't worry, man. We're gonna have to book that. I think it's in Slovakia or Slovenia, man. So we'll have to go and sort that out.
Have you seen one of them? There's literally an AstroTurf outside the stadium. Imagine Sissoko 1-on-1. My guy is going like 50 yards out.
There's one on the plane strip as well, but that quick flight for Kane after the game, innit? And Bale was going back to Spain.
That flight 501 to Saudi Arabia is definitely not going ahead of schedule.
Bale's already back in Spain, Kish. I don't know if you know about this, but man has.
Yeah, my guy left on the same day. Like, if you ever knew about Bale, about how he does not give a flying fuck, that was literally it. My guy, straight after the game, got a first-class jet straight back to Madrid.
Yeah, I gotta put.
I respect it.
At least they weren't like Hammers.
Just in time to do his golf course. Do you know what I mean?
Right, Harry's always here with the fire. Kish and Kale looking stressed after the battle for Uzbekistan away trips.
I'm not stressed today. I'm not stressed today, bro.
Yes,
I'm not stressed. I'm happy.
Yeah, and listen, obviously Pepper turned up and that. But listen, let's get into it. Obviously, we've got to introduce our last two guests. Jace might be here. We need Jace for that end of season Lingard review. That's what we've been waiting for. But we got Daniel here from Eyes in the Ball. I believe they're 3 subscribers away from 300 as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. The link is down below. Daniel, tell us how you feeling, bro. You got Champions League final to look forward to. Top 4 secured. Man was confident from the get-go that they're getting top 4. Looks like you got the final laugh, bro.
Yeah, we didn't deserve it though, to be honest. If I'm really honest, kind of bottled it, and then the teams around us didn't do their jobs. It obviously was closer than I anticipated, but at the end of the day, I still was confident that we'd make the top 4. It was, again, like I said in the previous episodes, even despite a lot of the guys on this panel predicting other teams to make the top 4 ahead of Chelsea, disrespectfully, might I add.
Any hints? Any hints to who that was?
Any hints? I think I've been as clear as possible with that. But nah, man, at the end of the day, look, I'm even just looking forward to next year. I'm more looking forward to the transfer window than Champions League final. We're not winning Champions League final, and yeah, just looking forward to next season, man.
At least you're there, bro. At least you're there, mate. Honestly,
yeah.
That's
no, it's the hope, man. It's the hope that kills. I genuinely, the reason why I'm obviously I don't want to spend too long on that, but it's because I just want us to move on, because I'm tired of this team. There's so many people that need to leave. Like, I'm honestly tired of this team. They need to just leave.
Yo,
and I'll be at peace.
You got
this team not gonna win.
You got Spurs fan to your left and Arsenal fan above you, bro. And you're talking about being tired.
Bruv.
The Champions League final, and he's talking about being.
Do you know why? Do you know why I say that though? It's because think about it like this: when you have that feeling that you're gonna lose, it's not fair, because the Champions League finals, like the pinnacle. You should be happy, but it's like when you know you're gonna lose, I'd rather not be there. Like, I'd just rather not be there.
I'm not
rather not be there.
Any of this nonsense. I'd rather not be there, bro. Bro, you could be sat in age. You could be sat playing Hogwarts with Spurs. You know, it is what it is, man. Like, you gotta enjoy it, man. At the end of the day, you're already beating them in the cup. So
it's the big club in me, man. It's the big club in me.
It's nice to see you being humbled though, because you was giving all the big too cool talk. Tuchel's this, we're doing this, we're back, we got the players, Tuchel's, we ain't lost no games, we've been clean sheets, all of this talk, right? And now you're coming humble. It's a long time coming.
Nah. The one thing I'm not having is from West Ham. No way.
You was talking big. Listen, you was talking crazy big talk. But come on, you was talking about your defensive record being sorted. You ain't lost no games. All of that stuff. Come on,
we lost 3 games in the league under Tuchel. Just remember that.
No, I'm talking about like in them first month or so at Tuchel, right? You was getting hyped on Tuchel. You was getting super hyped.
Wait, as a fan, am I not allowed to get hyped about the way my team was playing, especially how we started?
I'm just saying, you've been humbled.
Say it. At the end of the day, you were in the top 4 and we were 10th when Tuchel came in. And where did you finish?
Like, come on.
You were 10th.
But that's misleading. You're acting like there was this big gap, but there was only a few points. The points difference was minimal.
You were 10th, and you were 4th.
Minimal.
You had top 4 in your hands, and at the end of the day, what I predicted happened. You just didn't have the minerals. Your team don't have the minerals.
We're talking about one game. Right, let's talk about minerals, yeah? Let's talk about minerals.
When it came down to it, the flop of the season scored at your home ground. That's when it came down to it. Clutch, I call it.
It comes down to one result. If we had 3 more points,
If
being at
all
top
these
4,
ifs,
and you go back to that Man United.
Listen,
Pogba's goal.
all these ifs, man.
Wait. You meant Pogba's illegal goal. What are you talking about?
Relax. You lot lost.
Is that the goal you're going all the way back to? Oh,
yeah.
Let's go to that game.
You should have lost 3-2 to Newcastle, boy. 3-2 to Newcastle.
That one where it just goes
2-0 down, pull it back to 2-2, 10 minutes on the clock.
What about asking me about Brighton? That guy Wells.
No, but that's just Brighton. Like, that's our bogey team. Like, let's be real. That's our
How many bogey teams do you
We
have?
haven't beaten since they got promoted. So
I'm not hearing it, man.
it was never beaten Brighton just because of the fates don't want us to
Are West Ham even big enough to have a bogey team?
What do you mean? Hey, listen. Pipe down, Arsenal. Pipe down, yeah? Over there. Non-European having selves, yeah?
Pipe down, Arsenal.
I'll put your passports away.
Let's see where you
Put
end up next
passports
season.
away, man.
Let's see where you end up next
Wow.
season. Thursday
worry.
night.
Listen.
First time in Europe for Lawless.
I've got so much smoke coming for Arsenal, yeah, because of all of this, because of the way. You know what the annoying thing is about them, right? And this the narrative every time. It's like, oh, we ain't got European football. Now we can do this, that, and the other. It was European football that was holding us back. And now we can get top 4, forgetting the fact that Man United have had Europa League, got top 4 finish. Spurs in the past have had Europa League, got top 4 finish. Chelsea have had Europa League football, top 4
West
finish.
Ham haven't had any European football. They've top 4 though, right?
Yeah, but you ain't. But listen,
pipe down. You're a small club, big man.
So why are you talking? Why are you talking? You ex-big club.
Ex-big club. Ex-big club. Did we not take Lacazette from you talking about big club, man? Just chill. Just chill right now.
Because he wanted Champions League football. The guy's a clown. How many minutes of Champions League football has he played?
How many minutes would he have got at West Ham?
How many minutes?
He would have been in the minus. He would have been in the minus.
He would have come closer. In fact, you could argue we were a Lacazette away from clinching that top 4.
Absolutely, yeah.
No,
Sure.
Wait. Are you telling me
all 12 goals in yeah? Come on now. My guy's only scored 50. My guy's only scored 50 goals in the Premier League this season. And you're telling me Lacazette's the reason you're not in the top 4? Come on,
we probably needed 2 more goals, and that would have clinched us. You're telling me, all right, anyone here with sense in their head who have watched West Ham, who have watched Lacazette, whatever, if we had Lacazette in this side this season, would we have got over the line?
No. How many times have you seen the celebration this year, please? How many times?
I swear he's your top goal scorer.
Koja and Usmaan aren't allowed to do that because they were there predicting West Ham to finish in the top 4 anyway.
Listen,
both of you in the top 4. I predicted both of you in the top 4.
No. Koja did. I think I did.
You put Leicester. You put Leicester.
Yeah.
I put both of you in the top 4. I didn't put Leicester.
But either way, listen, in my head, I was expecting to lose to Man City. That was the reason. When we did the predictions, in my head, I thought you're going to lose to Man City, and then obviously West Ham will be above you. Yeah, Chelsea. I thought Chelsea.
Aguero, stupidity.
You're in the top 4 because you're only 2 points above it.
Fluky.
No, but Dan saying we only beat Man City because missed the penalty. That's such a TalkSport fan thing to say.
How is it a TalkSport fan thing to say? If he scores that penalty, you're telling me if he scores that penalty, it's not a different game.
Can't say that.
Lawless, I thought penalties don't count.
Exactly.
No. That's a TalkSport thing to say. That's TalkSport.
Does it count? Does it count now? The penalties count.
I'm talking about when it comes to goal scoring midfield stats. But you guys are twisting the facts of what I'm saying about Lacazette. We had Sebastian Haller. Sebastian Haller didn't.
Goal scoring wasn't your problem, Dan. Goal scoring wasn't your problem.
It was at time because the problem is we went through a period where we didn't even have a striker. Yeah, if you put someone like Lacazette in there, and you've got Lingard with him. Yeah, you've got Ben Rama and that. I'm not saying that he becomes the best goal scorer in the world, but I say West Ham would have had a few more. We would have had more goals this season. Whether it's 4 more goals,
you should have put Suchek up front, innit?
And that's what. Listen, he's got more outfield goals.
No, don't do that.
Open play, outfield goals. You know what I mean?
I swear Suchek has more goals than Pogba.
Well, he will have. Pogba's been playing further deep.
I mean, Suchek's been a DM as well.
But they actually score set pieces and we don't, innit? So,
hey, Usmaan, Jorginho's their top goal scorer. It's okay, don't worry.
Is it?
Bro,
let's do our team after.
Jorginho has more goals.
We'll get there.
Jorginho has more goals than Pogba. Jorginho has more goals than Pogba.
I don't get. Jorginho should.
Nobody don't count. His goals don't count. The all pens. He's got 0. 0 for that.
That means Bruno Fernandes. How many goals does Bruno have then?
Well,
Yeah,
20.
He'd be on at least 16 still.
Without penalties.
Yeah,
without
penalties.
penalties. Like,
How many pounds did Lampard score? I think he overtook Lampard, didn't he? Am I wrong? Do you overtake Lampard? What's going on?
He's overtaken Lampard in like 3 years, though.
Overtake Lampard in what?
Lampard, relax, yeah. That one season thing, yeah. Lampard, that's no longer your stats, brother.
One season. Lampard had 10 years. 10 years.
Hey, look at the face that froze.
Come on, man. Come on.
Relax. Listen.
It's tight.
I'm just saying, Usmaan, you can't hype up someone as this great goal-scoring midfielder when most of their goals are penalties, and you're looking at Souček as more goals that aren't penalties. I'm saying Souček has more goals that are not penalties than Bruno.
It's stuff like this. It's stuff like this. This is why Ndombele is better than him. This is the nonsense you spout. Ndombele is better than him.
Can I just ask? Can I just say one thing? Does Kane and these guys do they not score penalties, or am I tripping or something? And when Kane scores penalty, it's never mentioned. Oh, Kane scored X, Y, and Z penalties.
I said that about him at the Euros.
Oh wait, why do you have beef with penalties? As if penalties are always easy.
No, because
if England could fucking score penalties, you might have won something in our fucking lifetime.
It's context. It's hard to score when there are like defenders bearing down on you, and it's in the speed and heat of the moment.
That's why I didn't miss it. That's why I didn't miss it. Bad penalties.
Pressure penalties Bruno scored for the season. Honest to God, there's been games on the line. It's not easy. Like
open play is a thing. I think you gotta be clear. You can't just sit there and lock penalties in there. If it's like
what as well.
So you're telling me, hold up, you're telling me, if West Ham get 30 penalties, Mark Noble scores 30 of them. He gets got all of a sudden. You're telling me he's a better goal scorer than flipping like Kane with his 27 goals. He's better goal scorer than Aubameyang.
Wait. No one said Bruno's a better goal scorer than Harry Kane. So I don't know where you're going with
No. I'm not talking about Kane. I'm saying you're saying he's the best goal scorer midfielder in the league.
And that's a fact.
That's a fact.
How many non-pens goals has he got?
17.
Plenty enough.
What's that in all comps in Prem?
Yeah, in all comps. In the Premier League, he's got 12 or something like that.
I think you're just making up still, but I'm saying like you're talking about him. You're comparing him to Lampard. You're comparing him to Lampard and
bro.
Shit, right?
The stat was Lampard in one season scored 27 goals in all comps. And Bruno's overtaken about 28. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying he's a better goal scoring midfielder than Lampard. Obviously not. Lampard's done it for 10 years. Bruno's nowhere near that. But what I'm saying is, when Lampard was scoring penalties, no one said shit. So how many penalties did Lampard score in his career? He's scored enough.
Let's see what he does next season.
Honestly, I just think Bruno's massively disrespected. I've got to be honest. I just don't.
The thing is, goal scoring in terms of penalties is just going to go up season upon season because of VAR, anyways. So if it was back in the day when Lampard had that many penalties, if VAR was there, he probably would have had double the amount.
Declan Rice missed the pen last week.
It's just how it works.
Well done. And Declan Rice missed the pen last week.
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not saying penalties can't be missed. Sometimes people try and get too clever with penalties. There are some people are better penalty takers than others.
Put up the next one. Put up the next one, Usmaan. Put up the next one. What does it say?
Which was
Lampard
had more penalty goals in the record season. There you go, man. Ended debate. Lampard is still touted as one of the best scoring midfielders in the history. Is the best midfielder.
I think the difference is when you're comparing Bruno and Lampard. Like, come on, Lampard went 10 years scoring.
I'm not comparing them. I'm saying why was it not mentioned when Lampard was scoring penalties, but now it's Man United player. Everyone's losing their mind. Like, I just don't get it. Like, he still scores 16 goals and got 14 assists. For these stat merchants, like that's
it's not about it's not about Man United, man. It's about the people that sing Rule Britannia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. Obviously, when Harry Kane scores penalties, it's okay, and you know what I mean. No one's even mentioned it. But listen, let's actually go on to some of the chats. We've covered the Man United one now. Anyways, I saw a quote by Mark Bosnich, and Coach, we'll stick with the biasness. We'll come to you on this one. Mark Bosnich saying that Liverpool finishing third is an outstanding achievement. Coach, what are your thoughts on that comment?
That's my thoughts.
And we've got anything to add to that? Would you think it's an outstanding achievement?
Someone said it was
I don't
special,
quite know how it's happened. Like, I don't quite know how Liverpool
yeah.
are third in the Premier League. Like, it's mad considering where they were, I think, 10, 15 fixtures ago. It's a great, in my opinion, it's a good achievement because they were out of it. No one expected Liverpool to get top 4 at the end. Let's be fair. No one said that, yeah, Liverpool, because they didn't look like they were going to win a game. They lost, like, what was it, 6 games in a row or something? And they couldn't win a single game in Anfield. So we all started laughing and took the mick. In terms of the last 10 results to get to where they are, third in the league when people said it's the worst champions ever, you can't really say that now, to be honest. They've done well. So they've salvaged a very poor season in the league. But would I say that it's a great achievement? No, not really, because the collapse was embarrassing. You know, Van Dijk going even when they lost 7-2 when Van Dijk was playing against Villa. You know, the collapse was embarrassing. So, no, they should have still challenged. Man City this season, Aguero has hardly played a game, hardly had a kick. But what has Pep Guardiola done? He's realised that, you know, he can't rely on Aguero anymore. So he's changed the system where he plays a false 9. Where's Klopp with his ideas? He's still got the same front 3 that in the past 3 seasons have created chaos for defenders. Where's that? Mane underperforming. Where's that? Since when are you relying on Diego Jota when you've just signed him, when you've had supposedly the best front 3 in world football? Firmino, who apparently you need to find space instead of Henry, you know, to have in the invincible team. Where's the excuses for that? So I'm sorry, that's a load of BS.
And that's why I didn't talk, because Kish said everything I said over the last couple of months. Thank you, Kish.
Yeah. Benji, FY, first and foremost, shout out to you, bro. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm not putting that on the screen, bro. You're mucking off my striker.
Can I read it out? Can I read it out loud? Okay.
What do you think, Benji saying, Connor? What do you think? It's me.
Martial, 4 Prem goals all season.
Oh, shit.
Jamapel Jeffers, I told you.
Yeah, God. We're gonna do the flop. We're gonna do flop team of season next week, so believe myself for that. Innit?
But the thing is, the league was tight anyway. The league has been tight for most of the season in terms of where everyone is. So it's not like Liverpool have made up this big 20-point gap or whatever to finish third. Like they've like Kish was saying, they've got that front 3 that can go and bang goals. So like it's not this thing like, oh wow, they've this big turnaround. Yeah, they was having some shock results for someone who's supposed to be champions. But when you actually look at what they've done, okay, cool, you just about finished third, and you just about finished in the top 4 when we look at how many points was actually in between it. And that could have changed with 1 or 2 results. So yeah, I think that's being massively overstated and special and all of this. It's a nonsense.
But there's been TalkSport. This is why I hate. They've been saying things like, "Oh, it's one of his greatest achievements." I'm like, "You taking the piss? Like, you actually taking the piss? Like, they won the league comfortably by about 30 points or something daft last season. Won the Champions League the season before. Coming third is the greatest achievement of his career. Like,
it's not like Jose Mourinho there.
When Mourinho said that finishing second was one of his greatest achievements, but he has that's something about pairing or winning and in and out Phil Jones. And
I think you might be right.
He's not lying. It was the Heya inshallah.
Is that traveling to Milan's third, Porto, and then coming second? But listen, I just want to obviously you guys know I'm biased against Liverpool, but I just want to say this, right? You know, for me personally. I just don't think it's an achievement, really. I think, okay, fair enough, they've done well to recover, but I said the same about Man United. Man United came third last season. I think people forget that. But there's no way you can sit here and say Man United did brilliant last season or achieved an amazing thing to get third. Everyone below us are bottled that top 4. Literally every single team did not want that top 4. Lord knows how we got third. I don't even know. I can't remember. It was a capitulation from so many teams. I don't want to take it away from Liverpool because the fans are going to say I'm biased. But you gotta have context with everything. You can't just sit there and have tinted glasses and say, "Oh, Liverpool have done amazing." Fair play, they've done their bit in terms of points. But you gotta look at the capitulation from the other teams around. There's no way Liverpool should be third. Leicester. I'm not going to put West Ham in the category because obviously they had injuries and whatnot, and the squad isn't that big, so I'm not going to put them in there. But
no. Put them in.
Leicester were 15 points in front of Liverpool with 10 games left.
Leicester and Chelsea are fully bottled up.
15 points in front with 10 games left.
Yeah, like you can't put us in the conversation.
Chelsea are bottled what?
No, I'm saying the fact that Liverpool have finished above you is ridiculous. There's no way they should be above you.
Yeah, you can say that, but when we first started talking about it, talking about everyone's running, one of the biggest reasons why people weren't putting Chelsea in the top 4 was because of the teams that we had left to play. We had one of the hardest run-ins left. We played Man City, we played City, we played Liverpool, we played a lot of these teams in the running. So I think it's unfair to say that we bottled it, bro. We got top 4. When everything gets said and done, and we look back on this season, no one's going to talk about the Liverpool injuries. Everyone's going to talk about the team that made the top 4. And at the end of the day, we made the top 4.
I hear that, but what I'm saying is that the fact that you guys lost on the last day and still got top 4 says a lot about the standard. The fact that we're second, right, to me is still baffling. Like, I still think the fact that Man United is second.
Usmaan, Man United Man United are unbeaten all season away from home. How are you surprised we're second?
No, fair play, but what I'm saying is, like, I just don't think we're that good. Like, we have done well in terms of getting results, but I don't know what Koja thinks, but I haven't looked at a team and thought, wow, we've been amazing this season. We've
got amazing. One of the best teams in the league.
Exactly.
I don't understand where this is coming from.
I'm not hearing it, man. I'm not hearing it.
No. What Usman saying is he's not disagreeing that we have one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, no, I agree with that comment.
The level of performance for him hasn't been convincing enough.
I think, yeah.
But you can also say that Man City's level of performance.
Exactly.
But that's the point.
The standard of the league has been shit.
No. But this is what I'm saying, though. I feel like as fans, sometimes what we do is we criticize the standard of the league to almost discredit the league itself, but then the Premier League is the best league in the world at the same time. Fam, at the end of the day,
I don't think it's
I think it's a myth. This standard of the league stuff. It's a myth about.
Same. I just think football's changed. Football's changed, and that's what. Yeah. And that doesn't mean the standard has reduced. I just think when you look at Man United, you look at past seasons gone by and think current Man United team wouldn't have even had a sniff against some of the older teams of the generations we've grown up in. But at the end of the day, those aren't the teams we still see. When last have you seen a Chelsea team that crumbled in certain big games or in big finals? That's because we've got a new crop of players. We don't have the same spine that we used to have. It's all different. So I just think things have changed. Like, we hold on to former identities of our teams. Like, years gone by, West Ham wouldn't have even been close to the top 6. Do you know what I'm saying? But now they find themselves there.
They would have been losing to Paul Stalteri at home.
Listen, man, we was 7th 5 years ago. We finished 5th before. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Harry Redknapp's Portsmouth team would end up in the top 4 now. Like Harry Redknapp's Portsmouth team that he had with all the players, they would end up top 4 currently.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. 100%.
We're finishing the top 4 now, you say?
Yeah, that Portsmouth team, the Redknapp had with Diarra, Cranshaw, Ben Johnny, these man.
That was a good team. That was a good team.
Yeah. Good team. David James.
That was a good
team.
Come on now.
Sylvan Distan with Sol Campbell at centre half.
Benjani.
Come on.
Glenn
Johnson at right back as well.
I just remember Taylor's goal from the halfway line. Muntari as well. Muntari and Lassana Diarra in centre mid. Muntari and Lassana Diarra in centre mid.
They had ballers.
Yeah, ballers, bro. Yeah. They just couldn't afford
them. Right, listen, obviously we're going to track that, but listen, regarding Man United, let's just get what someone else's thoughts. First and foremost, right, I think I want to mention Maguire's name. I'm gonna throw it out here. I want to hear what people are going to say. Is Maguire massively underrated within the general consensus of football Twitter? And just your opinion.
110%. 110%. Listen, for some reason, because of the price tag and the fact that he's British, he's part of the England setup and everything about him, being the captain of Manchester United, every mistake he makes is put under the microscope. It's true. I mean, for example, if you look at Diaz against Brighton the other week, he got absolutely put to the floor. I can't even remember who it was. Trossard. I'm sorry, but listen, if that was Maguire, if that happened to Maguire, that would be on every single tweet, retweeted about 10,000 times, and everyone would be like, yo, England captain, 89 million, 85 million. The same energy is not there. If you actually look at his performances and you look at his statistics and what he's done for Man United, you just base it on the games that he's not played for Man United. He's been missed. He has been missed. So is he worth the money that you paid? No, but has he improved your defense? 100% he has. 100. You can't deny that he hasn't. So that's my opinion on it, anyways.
Kaja, what are your thoughts on that?
No, you know what? It's mad because
no,
way. No, listen.
Wow,
bro, I've done
listen.
about 2 shows a week since the start of the season with Coach.
Oh, I was tearing into his soul. I was tearing into his soul.
Every show without fail.
Bro, we conceded
about 100 shows together, and every show you violated Maguire without fail.
No, because fam, I didn't want him, as I would make it painfully clear to everybody, and number 2, in the first game, we conceded 11 goals, and he played a big part in that. However, the one thing I did say is I wanted to maximize the things that he's good at, and then make up for the deficiencies. Because I call him a ferry because he's very slow. That's his physical build. He's not agile. He's not gonna have speed. But if you maximize everything else, you're a good defender. He's been very good this year. That's just facts. He's been very good this year, and you see, it's facts. As soon as he's gone out of the defense, the organization was all over the gaff. And that's just truth. So, yeah, he's had a very good season, and I'm not mad at him anymore, to be honest. I'm actually quite happy that he's even travelled for the game. Hopefully, he's fit. So, yeah, he's had a very good season. I'm being fair to him. I was angry at first, but, anger calms down, and then comes bliss. So, I'm blissful right now.
Right, I'm gonna finish on the last topic of Ali, because obviously we're gonna go into more deep with the main line, as you guys can imagine. We have to talk about Ali Gunnar Solskjaer. Look, he's come second this season. I've been massively critical. I know someone's going to bring you up. I've been very critical of Ali throughout the entirety of the season, and I will keep my stance. He has to win a trophy, and then I will change my tune. I'm going to be consistent with it. But anyone got any thoughts on Ali Gunnar Solskjaer? Is he still a PE teacher? Or has he shown that he has got something about him in terms of a manager?
He can manage. I think
he can manage. He's done a very good job.
I've been one of the people who say it all the time, and I've said it to Usmaan on a number of occasions. I don't necessarily think he has to win a trophy to prove anything. I think the manager you see is the manager you get. I don't necessarily think he's the manager to take you to multiple Champions Leagues and multiple Premier League titles, but he's doing a good job, a very good job. That's what you call a stable, steady job. He's kept Man United afloat, rebuilt it slowly, kind of pruned out some of the bad players that were a part of the other regimes. And at the end of the day, these players play for him. Like the fact that you lot have got the most points, most second half points, like second half comebacks in the league, and I think it's even by like 6 or 7 games, shows that he can get a response from these players. One of the biggest reasons why a lot of managers in the big teams struggle is because they can't get a response from their players when things go bad. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has it to, do you know what I'm saying? Like he's got it in his back pocket. So I've always said he's been disrespected, man. And look, Ole, do you know what it is? I always say this: teams take the identity of their manager. And Ole's a very odd character. That's why Man United are a very odd team. And that's why even United fans be like, how is this team doing so well when I think we play dead football? When really and truly, it's just because Ole, in the way that he expresses himself and communicates, that's how your team plays as well. That's the same style. I feel like Man United have that similar style as the manager, and they just get by and get the job done. So, yeah, man.
I remember on this channel, like me putting Ole ahead of Arteta, ahead of Lampard, and people were laughing. There was pure laughter on this show, and like he's the only manager out of the 3 of them that can hold their head high with some sort of dignity, because the other 2 have been a complete flop. Why he's got Man United second in the league into a European final, something that none of those other managers could do. And I think he's a good manager. I think Daniel summed up perfectly. Like he's not the guy. He's not going to be the reincarnation of Sir Alex Ferguson, but no one is. It's just about what he can do if he can build on this season, and if you can get some signings. The problem is it's going to be a very volatile situation. Like with the fans going back, are they going to be going after the owners and all of this breaking in and slashing up people's faces and all this madness? That's going to be a very interesting.
This comment here is world class, by the way. He's a super sub that doesn't know how to use subs. Honest to God, it's so flipping true. Like he doesn't like so. Oh my God,
that's a lot of managers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
a lot of managers.
At least 3 out of
Moyes,
top
frustrating.
Tuchel's part of it, like frustrating.
Yeah, we've all sat there in it and going, "Why are you not bringing this player on?"
Exactly.
Pochettino is a big one.
Hey, let's talk about Lille for a
that's
second.
Why, no, but that's why. This is what this is what I'm saying though. There's an unconscious bias towards Oli because Oli isn't the only manager who says, "Oh, I'm going to trust in my starting 11." Or Oli isn't the only manager who, Rashford is injured, but he's probably the second best player on my team, so I have to keep him on in games because I want the 2 best players on the pitch at all times. Being Bruno and Rashford, in my opinion, this season they've been the 2 best players. Yeah. So like Oli makes mistakes. Fred McTominay, cool. I've had every single Man United fan say they don't want Fred McTominay playing in their midfield. But I think every manager has those players that just play all time. By the fact that we believe as fans they shouldn't be playing. Like it's not a surprise. Like he's doing what a lot of the managers are doing, and he's doing it better. He's doing it better than most. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
I think personally, the way he's handled the Pogba situation is fantastic. Beginning of the season, with his agent came out and everything happened, he was a goner. He's gone from that to playing in the team and being an important nucleus.
That was inside.
To potentially signing a new contract, and also saying how much of an impact Ollie's made on him. That is ridiculous. Like, how has he gone from that to another extreme where really he could potentially sign a new contract to Man United?
Yeah,
because
Man United fans, they've given him enough credit for that and the whole thing. I don't think they've not really credit for that.
But it's the case of whether it's Ole or anybody else. If you don't bring the accolades that United fans want, aka the biggest 2, you're always going to be criticized. Even though United, I've always said it.
He's been here 3 years now. I think we need to put that into context as well. It's not like he's been here for 2 minutes.
But that's why my biggest criticism of him was when you get to semi-finals, just try and get over the line. He went to 4 and he lost them in a row. So now he's got over that line. That's a positive. So hopefully he comes with a trophy, and then from there you push on. But he's again being backed in the window. That's another thing. So.
Yeah, that's a completely different conversation.
Next season, he's going to have a lot of pressure on him because they have to challenge who's top of the league.
But there's going to be pressure.
Fair enough if you don't win the league, but he has to challenge. It has to be close in my. It has to because he, like you said, he's now.
I mean, he can't really do anything.
You say that, Kish. If Man City get Kane, though, then you say it has to be close. Come on, man.
If they get Kane.
You can't blame Man United if they're like 20 points clear. If they get Kane.
Can I just say one thing, right? This came to that was going to the next thing. Myself and Koja, right? We did a show. I think it might be Friday. I can't remember what day it was. Last Friday, that's just gone, obviously. About Kane, right? And we had like 4 or 5 other Man United fans on, and I was sat there saying, if Man United don't sign Kane and he goes to Man City, we can sign 5 players and we still won't win the league. Like even play like generally, and I still believe that to this day. What are your thoughts on Man City signing Kane? It seems like it's gonna happen. He's coming out, saying stuff about KDB, like the little bitch he is. But I mean, fair play to him, but come on, man, what's going on? I mean, Man City signed Kane, boys. Is that a wrap?
Why would he go to like if you're Kane and you've been starved of trophies? Exactly. You've been starved of trophies like your whole career. Like you might as well go somewhere it's guaranteed. So and if they get Kane, boy, it's a wrap for a lot of people. You're gonna have to go and do some madness and find some gems, try and get Haaland and all of that.
If Man City came, stop watching football.
It's finished. It's game over. He's getting about 40 goals a season.
40? Way more than that, bro.
He's finished. He's a flop.
The thing is, he just needs to stay fit. That's going to be the big thing.
Well, the thing is, he won't play every game. He won't play every game.
They'll rotate him.
He don't need to.
He'll enjoy.
Don't need to rely on him like Spurs did. That
would be so sad. If Man City get Kane, I need at least like Chelsea, for example, to get Haaland. Maybe United to get Ronaldo back or something, just to make it a little bit more competitive. Do you know what I'm saying?
Daniel,
But you never know. Like Kane might bring the Spursness, isn't it? He might take the Spurs. Like the same way Pochettino took the Spursiness to PSG.
Someone said
He
today,
might
how
bring
bad
that.
must this Spurs team be that Kane's top goal scorer and top assist maker, and we're still seventh.
I said it. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yesterday on the Rangers show.
He was what?
How is he seventh and he's got top assists?
Yeah, it's mad.
That is outrageous. But listen, Daniel, I saw your clip on your Instagram on Copenhagen. Obviously, you were saying your dream signing is Harry Kane. Yeah. So
if we get Harry Kane, we'll win the league, innit? Oh, where's he going though?
Is he coming Chelsea or who do you think Chelsea again?
Nah, he's not. I think Daniel Levy would rather sell Tottenham than sell Harry Kane to Chelsea. Before he does that, like you have to remember this guy. We sent 3 huge bids for Modric, and he was so petty that he waited a year and sold him for so cheaper than the first option. So the first bid we made, it was cheaper than that to Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid bought Modric for about 30-something mil. Like, it wasn't even.
Yeah, but then you man were that type that you wouldn't even give us Batshuayi, who was nowhere near your top pecking order. And
no, it wasn't Batshuayi. Batshuayi wasn't at Chelsea.
Batshuayi, Giroud, and then it was Willian.
You're talking about later on. No, yeah. Why wouldn't we be petty when you didn't give us Modric? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that's like but come on.
And as everyone knows, Daniel Levy is like the most stubborn owner.
Yeah.
He's basically the English version of the Napoli owner, ADL.
And that's the problem. Like, Harry
People don't like him.
Harry Kane says he has this gentleman's agreement. I won't be too sure that he's going to leave Tottenham, Not because I don't think he deserves it.
With Daniel Levy.
A gentleman's agreement.
Kane's going, man. Kane's going. Even if he doesn't
unless he hands in a transfer request and unless he's absolutely like full on going at it.
Did you see Kane that photo?
The thing is, right, he signed a 6-year contract. He's still got 3 years on his contract.
Because his dad and his brother are idiots, though.
Didn't you see what happened today? Nike, they basically paid out something about paying out his. He's basically starting afresh. Like he wants to start afresh.
Well, how much is his? Yeah, because that might be the only way. How much is his contract to pay out?
I can't remember, but fam, you need to deep it. Like one thing that Chris Boyd said that's so true. Look at everything he's been doing to try. He's basically having a transfer request without. He did an interview on the golf course with Gary Neville.
Gary Neville is really
I want to play
poor.
with KDB. Man,
Exactly.
It
Like,
came out his own
No, Usmaan. Do you know what? I'm actually pissed off because it's not even trying to throw the race card or anything, but
No,
there are
I'm gonna
so many players in this
Say it.
league. So many players in this league. If they did that, they would
Pogba!
get.
Fucking
Say it.
Pogba! Say it, Daniel. Say
Oh,
it.
no,
What are you
Pogba, it's
doing?
facts. It's facts. No, it's facts.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's Sterling as well, man. Look at it. Sterling still gets shit for what he did to
Buy the
Liverpool.
fucking house in his mum,
And he's about to win the Champions League, so that means nothing. It means nothing.
Exactly. Means absolutely nothing, man. It's so dumb.
Bro, honest to God, if Pogba said, well, I tweeted it, and I think Hayden, my homie, shout out to you. He tweeted
Pogba got hate for talking about Mourinho, for being honest.
Bro, he got
Being
hate
honest.
This is so stupid,
United
man.
fans wanted Mourinho out of the club. Pogba speaks. Why are you talking for?
Exactly.
Man United fans want trophies and want ambition from the owners. Pogba says we need to try and win trophies. We need more ambition.
Bruv,
Gary
Gary Neville.
What is going off? Gary Neville said he's
Neville.
a scoreman. He needs to go.
Why do you think I'll never take him seriously? From when he will do the exclusive interview with Harry Kane. But if we bring up Super League now, we're killing football.
Bruv.
He's killing football with his punditry, bruv.
Man called Pogba treacherous for handball, but he's doing.
Man said he's a scum. He's a coward. Man, I called it, but when he scored it, he said he had to put us through, you prick. You didn't say shit then, did you?
That's true. You know, on the Chelsea thing, though, I know obviously it's not necessarily Harry Kane's decision, but he can influence it. But I'm wondering if the London thing might work in Chelsea's favour, and he might push him want to stay in London.
He's English, man. He doesn't have to think about all that, man. He's
Nah. To be honest, I'll be shocked if he's not on Man City. I will be very shocked.
If he comes to Chelsea, I think you lot will have to give me like a 5-week break from the podcast.
Boy, I think Kish will take a 5-week break, honestly.
No, but this is what I'm saying, though. Just in all seriousness, though, like the levels, the goal that Kane scored, against Leicester, Werner literally had the same that actually dropped it in the box in the same way, everything about it, and he completely misses it. So it's just the levels. We just need an attacker who can finish our chances. We create so many chances. It's so sad. Like, how can we have Werner, who's got one of the highest big chances missed in the Premier League, but we have Mount, who's second in big chances created? Look at the disparity there. Like, it's so jarring. Like, we have XGs of about 4, and we'll only score 1 goal. It's not good enough, man. It's not.
But you guys haven't had a striker since Costa, in my opinion. Diego was absolute. And Diego Costa's goal against Man City is one of my favourites, man. When he chested it down.
Where he bullies Otamendi, fam.
That's 3-1 win. Bro, I celebrated with all my heart that day. I was like, oh, that's what Kane's impact would be for any team. But yeah, for me personally, it's going to Man City.
But what about the impact it would have on Tottenham, him leaving?
Oh, Tottenham are finished.
They're finished.
You know what? No. Do you know what? If we get, say, 120 to 150 million for him, you can't replace Kane. Listen. It's impossible to replace Kane. But the one thing I would say is the club needs a massive rebuild from top to bottom in the squad. You've got an agent. No, listen. Hear me out. Okay. You get 120 to 150 million. We wasted Bale's money. But if you actually give the manager the funds and you actually give the manager an opportunity, whoever it is,
you're going to give Ryan Mason 150 million.
Give the manager to rebuild that squad with that money.
Who's the manager, kid?
Bro, you're going to give Ryan Mason.
But again, this is what I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm basing it on ifs or buts. I'm basing it on ifs or buts. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the manager, and then it depends on the funds given to that manager, right?
Who do you want?
Who do you want?
Nuno. It has to be Nuno.
No, come on.
No. I still, because I read Romano's quote saying that it's going to be someone that's going to cost Tottenham quite a bit of money. So that still tells me that we've still got a chance for the Ajax manager, and I've said this since day one. I know didn't
he sign a contract?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I'm saying if we still got any sense of an opportunity to sign him and say, listen, Kane's going to go, but we're going to give you all the funds. No, listen. No. But listen, hear me out. You are never going to be able to replace Kane in terms of just him alone. We can't do that. But if you're given 150 million hypothetically, and that means that you can sign 5 players from that money to contribute, as long as again, it's a massive risk, and it's one of those where it could be a hit or miss. But as long as you can get something out of that, then what other alternative we have? We have a player that doesn't want to stay at Tottenham anymore. So you take the money whilst he's in his peak, no? What's the point keeping him?
Sure,
What's the point keeping him?
The problem is, though, like everyone said, the 150 million, of course you can't give that to Ryan Mason. And you have to look at the managers that are available. In my opinion, the only manager who is worthwhile is bringing back Pochettino. But if I'm Pochettino, the way I got disrespected, even the fact that I thought
Allegri's going Real Madrid
already, he's rejected as well. I just even think it's cheeky that he got sacked just before the documentary as well.
Oh, 100%. This is what I'm saying to you. If we keep Kane, although it's fantastic, the problems are still there defensively in midfield. The problems are still there. If we've not got the money to replace those players, well, you have to sell. And in the nicest way, if we got, say, someone like, if we got 150 million for Kane and we bought Anderson from Lyon, who was at Fulham for, say, 15-20 million, he already is an upgrade to Eric Dyer. Anyone's an upgrade to Eric Dyer. Do you know what I mean? So you're already starting on improvements on the squad based on last season, because scoring goals has not been our problem. It's defensively. So you're working on affordable recruits. But that's just one example.
No, but you're losing 40 goals right there.
Here's the problem with that 150 million. Once everybody knows that you have 150
million,
the prices get hyped up by at least 10 to 15. So you're going to be wasting a lot of money.
Danny Ings will be like 100 mil if you want it.
We will never, ever be able to replace Harry Kane. But my replacements, and I've said this since day one, I would sign 2.
Who?
Jimenez.
Yeah.
No, because he's 30 years of age. So why sell? Why sell Kane at 27 and then sign Jimenez at 30?
Who would you sign? Who would you sign? I'm interested.
I would sign Tony from Brentford. If they don't get promoted and they lose in the playoff final,
I was about to say Tony Marshall.
He could have the Watkins effect. Watkins has had a decent season with Aston Villa. I take Danny Ings because Danny Ings has a year left on his contract, and you can see when he is fit, he's a goal scorer.
Okay.
Right.
And then for me, that gives us at least a starting platform. We then have to focus on our defense. Again, I said to you, there's no one in world football, in my opinion, that can do what Harry Kane can do. But if, say, someone like Tony gets 15 goals in the first season, which Watkins has, Watkins has done it in a team where really it's a one-man team with Jack Grealish, and he's done it. You put Danny Ings again.
Most of his goals with Grealish in the team, though, right?
You are?
Scored most of his goals with Grealish in the team.
No, but that's what I mean. So at Tottenham, if we have the creativity that we do, and we have a manager that actually plays Ndombele, who hasn't, then you've got an opportunity.
You don't.
Yeah, Kane is like your creativity.
Kane's your creative playmaker. If he's gone,
but that's what I mean. So for me personally, you have to keep Dale Alli, and he came out. Fair play to him for his statement. Fair play for his statement yesterday, because he's admitted that he's had a poor season and it's been something that's been terrible. No,
wait. He said it now.
No, yeah, he's admitted it himself.
What I'm saying is
the problem, isn't it?
It takes a big man to admit that he's failed. He in his statement admits that he's failed, and it's put things into perspective for him, because he's got in his own bubble. The first 2 seasons at Tottenham, he was fantastic. Everyone called him the next Lampard, the next whatever you want to call it. Then he got in his own head. He got a new agent, started looking for Barcelona, Real Madrid moves, all that crap, which was never going to happen. And has now realised that, do you know what? I need to work hard again. So it could be an effect where he could become the main man at Tottenham. Ndombele, I beg to God that we get a manager that plays him. Yeah. And then if you have these sort of players that I said, there's then an opportunity. Again, we will never replace Kane, but with that money, we can sign affordable players that can contribute. Again, it's always.
You wouldn't try and get Grealish or something.
It's the best we can do.
I was thinking that as well, Grealish.
Would you not try and get Grealish?
If we sell Harry Kane for 120 million and then sign Grealish for 80 million, where's the win in that for us? There's no benefit in that.
But you get Grealish, you get Tony, and you get Ings.
No, but the defense. The defense is so trash.
Davidson Sanchez and Dyer.
There's still money left over.
I'd buy. Your net spends 0 there. You still got somewhat of a.
I'd buy. What I'd do is I'd buy Anderson, like you said. I think the smartest thing you can do is do stuff around the league. I'd grab Max Aarons and Emi Buendia. Do a double.
Buendia, 35 million. We're already interested in him. Max Aarons for 20 million. Anderson for about 15 million.
For 35.
That's how much Norwich want. That's how much Norwich want.
Hassan Mawaz was 27, bro, because of his release clause.
But it'll always be one of those.
Tottenham are going to get a wife. There's going to be like 5 clubs interested in him.
What I'm saying is you've got to go for a while if he's available, bro.
No, I get that, but you can't deny that Buendia's had even the season in the Premier League, he was like the top 5 for most chances created.
Yeah. And he's got the record for the most big chances created in a month. He's got the record for that. Well.
You can't say that he's overrated. And that's the creativity that could make such a big difference. So say if we do get Tony.
What about Kish? What about Mbappe and Vinicius?
Huh?
Oh my days.
No, well, he's not. I reckon most likely we could get him on loan again, because I don't even think Benfica want him, to be fair.
Was he on loan?
Yeah, he was on loan. He was on loan. Yeah.
With
an option to buy for 40 million. That's never going to happen. We're never going to pay
40 million.
He was their top scorer. He was their top goal scorer the year before. That's your problem, bro. That's not his problem.
Yeah.
It's true, but listen, all I'm saying is my dream signings would literally be Buendia. And then imagine if we had Tony, who's come from the Championship. Right, don't get me wrong, it's the big dream.
Wrap it up.
Okay. Tony, Buendia, Ndombele, Højbjerg, and Dele Alli in that midfield. For me, that gives us an opportunity to do something. I'm not going to say everything, but it gives us a chance.
This is the end of season review, right? And we've just gone very off topic. So just to clarify, Spurs have been better than Arsenal this season. Okay, we got that. Right, okay, let's move on to West Ham. West Ham United. Obviously, Jason's bottled there. We waited all season for the review. Lotus, obviously, we're going to ask a question for you first and foremost. Has Moyes over exceeded expectations, or have you bottled top 4? What are your thoughts?
No, of course. That's the thing. How can people say we bottled top 4? Because when we look at it, compared, like you look at us, Leicester, Liverpool, and Chelsea, right? Those were the teams that were in the top. Tottenham as well, right? Those were the teams that were in the top 4 race, right? Arsenal was never in the top 4 race. Aston Villa was in it for like 2 seconds. Everton went in it for like 2 seconds. But they were the 5 main teams that was in it. Out of those 5 teams, West Ham have probably spent less time actually in the top 4 out of any of those teams. So it's for us to have.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We remember when you were in the top 4. We remember.
Yeah. So, like, that's what I mean. So for anyone to be like, "Oh, West Ham have bottled it," yes, there was a chance where we had. There you go. Exactly. I agree with that. No, but like for anyone, like we have had the smallest squad out of any of those 5 teams in the race for the top 4. So I can't say we bottled it. Moyes has done an amazing job with very few tools. Like he wasn't really heavily backed in the summer. We sold our striker, our only actual proper, real recognised striker, in January. Left with the converted winger who's got hamstrings made of flipping, I don't even know, man, biscuits or whatever. Like, so it's one of the things that, and again, I've said this, where we had teams like those teams that were defensively solid and, you know what I mean, could score a goal and sit back like Chelsea and Everton, those teams, we couldn't break them down because we had no plan B on the bench. Before, you'd have like an Andy Carroll at least, and you go, do you know what, let's get Andy Carroll on. Let's get him to go and, bully the defenders, the 6 and
score absolutely nothing.
So, but sometimes, look, he scored a hat-trick against you guys when he needed to, so remember that one. Yeah, of all the people to say that, like, he's probably got more goals against Arsenal than he has any other team, so, yeah.
Let me check that. I'll be back.
You asked Arsenal back. So, yeah, like, it's one of them, like, even in LA, if we'd had LA, that gives us another option. I think LA would have at least got another, like, minimum 3 goals or something, right? From January, between January and May.
He's starting to look all right, actually.
I mean, yeah, it's stupid. Like, the guy is, so we've sold him and not replaced him. Yes, we brought in Lingard, but we could have got Lingard on loan and kept him. It's not like we had to sell flipping LA. Imagine how we could have possibly seen Lingard behind LA and what we could have done there. Maybe that sell is what's cost us top 4. So Moyes, I think, has done a tremendous job to be only 3 points off of it with those tools.
I think you finished 2 points off. I'm not wrong.
2 points, yeah, but like we needed 3 to clinch it.
Course, yeah.
Yeah, goal difference. We needed the 3 to clinch it. So yeah, like Moyes and all of this about Bielsa, manager of the season, I'm not having it.
I was just about to get onto that as well, because I've seen you comment. Obviously, you both replied to it.
Moyes is the manager of the season.
Bielsa got it.
Moyes is the manager of the season.
Yeah, I know.
Who is?
Pep.
It's Pep.
Yeah, but then what's the, like, I say this all the time, like Pep's supposed to win the league.
I'm
supposed to do it.
I'm gonna throw the
21 wins in a row is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
considering
like,
where they finished as well.
Steve Bruce for me. Steve Bruce deserves a lot of credit. I'm just gonna throw that out there. No, I'm not even bantering Steve Bruce, right?
No, Steve Bruce has done a good job.
Bruce has been,
he has.
Excuse me, who?
So,
Bruce,
you're legend.
You're legend. One part of the season, like he had 5 good results, yeah. But on the balance, they were in the relegation battle for most of the season.
He lost ASM Wilson and Demiron.
Don't do that because Callum Wilson was a big signing in the summer. Joe Linton cost 40 million. Cost 40.
So
he wanted him.
You're talking about saying Maximan. He started him on most games on the bench. That's a him problem.
Exactly. You know, 12th, yeah, is the biggest lie, like of all time.
Usmaan, you're doing this because he scored a header for us one time. Bundle that.
No, the disrespect to Brucey. Man said he's going to get relegated and he's finished 12.
For me, it has to go to Pep.
No, but let's look at it. Yeah, let's look at it. This isn't even Man City or Pep's best season. Like, they how many points? They didn't even get to 90.
You've got to look at the context.
Because he hasn't had a striker for 90% of the season. He hasn't had someone that can put the ball at the back of the net.
He's had Jesus. He's had.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
He's
We all
actually-
said,
he's
we all
not
said
had
at the beginning of the season, Pep is gonna
Yeah, I
be-
got that.
You're talking about working with the
Had
tools that
Jesus
you've
and
got.
he's-
No, you're talking about
I
working.
I can
with
see
the tools that
Jesus
you've
going to
got.
West Ham, you know. I can actually see that happening, that deal. Jesus to West Ham.
Maybe
They can't
like
afford him. They can't
the point is like they haven't done anything mind blowing this season.
I
Man
disagree.
City with what they've
win.
got. Look
That's
at
a record. That's a
21.
record.
Okay,
They could get the treble this season, you know.
But
They could get the
how much
treble
have they
this season.
spent?
Relax, Kish, man.
How much
No,
have they
no,
spent? Let's
no,
talk about
man.
context.
No,
Yeah.
Dan,
And
look,
fullbacks alone.
Moyes is definitely a candidate, and if someone gave him the manager of the season, I wouldn't complain. But personally, I think what Pep did was very, very impressive. Like it's a bit like
Pep, great
21
everything. Yeah.
21 wins is crazy. I know he does great every year. I know, and I'm not even a fan of always giving it to the person who wins the league. But if you consider how he's won the league, like really and truly, apart from him taking long to clinch the season, he deserves it, man. 21 wins, that I blitzed the league.
Can I just throw an extra name out there? Like for me personally, this guy,
Usmaan, no.
I knew you were going there.
I knew it.
Yeah, I knew it.
He
Taking Arsenal
wasn't
from
fishing.
8
He wasn't fishing all podcasts, and now 1 hour in,
Arteta!
the hook comes out.
Arteta, you love to see it.
But-
Oh, what a
We
manager.
can.
But if you take Pep out of it, though, say we take Pep out.
Yeah,
of it, let's
we
be
take
real.
Pep out of it,
Bielsa is not
Yeah, no,
manager of the
No,
season.
Bielsa's in the conversation.
He was in the conversation.
He's in the conversation.
I think the one thing I've noticed with Leeds is the amount of hate they get from people like us and the pundits. Like Agbon Lahore has criticised them. Oh, he has.
Get so much.
Yeah,
love.
because
He's a rival. He's a
No.
rival.
Yeah.
He's a
He is
rival.
a rival.
They're rivals, and
He's
two,
a
they're
rival.
one of the clubs that are really, really not liked in the land anyway.
Yeah, they're not.
always
Yeah,
gonna
the
get
amount of
some-
criticism they get, like, it's
Don't
you know,
do that.
I think it's kind of unfair because it's the first season back in the Premier League since 2004, and they've come ninth and comfortably ninth. So you can't. Again, Sheffield
Right,
United. I know it happened, but you've got to bear
So
in
why
mind
didn't
that this
they
is
get
without
the
the
thing?
fans.
They're good
Who
for
everyone
as
says
well.
is Leeds' 12th man.
Oh.
They've done this without.
Everyone's got a 12th man. Come on.
No, but
We're not
my-
taking that.
Oh my God.
You can't deny the fact that he's done a
Daniel.
fantastic job.
Yes.
They're ninth in the league.
Kish, I've just realised the fans have come back and West Ham are bottled it. You were right the whole time.
No, whoa. The fans
Oh,
come
dude.
back
Oh,
and we won 3-0.
Usman, you're a bad guy.
No. Hold up.
The fans are back and they bottled it.
I know you're trolling here, but I'm not going to let that go unanswered. I know you're trolling, but we had bottled it before the fans come back.
Kish,
Yeah,
no,
that's
Fans
more
come back
time,
and we
man.
won 3-0.
World class.
So this is how
World class.
Kish. This is how you know that what he said early in the season was rubbish because fans came back and we beat Southampton 3-0.
No,
We won 3-0.
but what's definite is that
Come on.
I don't like the idea that fans definitely have an impact. I keep saying this, bro. I guarantee if you do a study on it and look at the stats, whether it be positive or negative, the fans have a serious impact. Like I can
You
guarantee
can't
next.
measure
You can. I think you can.
They were saying it this weekend.
It's not
They were saying
coincidence,
this weekend
this
that
is-
now that the
it's not a
football like,
coincidence.
more home wins have been made
Exactly,
in these
exactly.
than any other week.
I did an article on this event last season.
Exactly.
Obviously, I got the numbers, but banter aside, when Bundesliga first came back in last summer, it was statistically shown as well that all the teams playing at home lost like considerably more than when the fans were there. So I think stats do back it up. To be fair,
Also, to answer what Lawless was saying earlier, Andy Carroll does have more goals against Arsenal than any other side. And Man City, both of them.
There you go. Cahill wanted to be like, score.
All right.
Against your club.
He scored against Arsenal. Who
Who
hasn't?
hasn't?
Ask Drogba, innit, Daniel? Ask Drogba.
But no, the fans thing, like this is the thing about the fans having like this is where the narrative is used. It's used to explain away why favored teams are doing shit and why unfavored teams are doing good. So it's there to try and discredit West Ham and go, because of the fans aren't there. West Ham are doing
All
good.
I'm saying, Lawless, is next season, if you don't come top half and the fans are back, I am hunting
Top
for you.
half!
Like, I am
Top
literally
half!
hunting for
Yeah,
you.
but then we're good.
I'm not joking.
Okay. We're gonna sit here. we're gonna sit here and not look at. We're not gonna talk about if West Ham have strengthened or not, and then had enough strength to sustain.
No, don't give me that bullshit.
All of that.
Don't give me any of that.
We won with fans there, so we're in.
If you don't come top half, I'm giving you a good chance. If you don't come at least 10,
one sec.
You can't have you've forgotten that Tottenham fans came back and they lost, so don't worry.
Exactly, because they hate us. Like the fans hate the team.
No, because you suck. Because you suck.
They booed at half time.
Hey, Lola, at half time. So let's do this then, because you can't have your cake and eat it. Next season, obviously, West Ham will strengthen, and we do anticipate it because your owners do spend money.
Jerlings, hopefully.
Yeah, and let's see what happens.
Extended loan.
Do you expect a top half finish next season? I think that's a fair question to ask.
Obviously,
if we do strengthen, if we strengthen where we need to strengthen, if we get a decent striker in, we wrap up Lingard. And make another couple of signings and have that and can get some decent squad depth. Yes, I expect to get a top 10 finish because what we have now is something that we haven't had in a long time, which is consistency. And what I mean by consistency is having a manager that has the same manager, no crazy changes. Like when we had Bilic, we had to go from having Bilic, we had that last season, then we had to change stadiums, then we had to get 11 players in. Now we can actually build something where, okay, now we're going in with a spine of a squad that we can build on, the same manager, the same philosophy. So if we strengthen, yes, I believe that we can do that. Obviously, there's going to be variables, yeah? Say, for instance, we lose Declan Rice for the season and we use this player for the season and we're like a couple of points out of 10th. Like there's context. Like
coming out with so many wild cards here. Like,
I'm talking about context.
How are you not saying you're going to get top 10 with your chest? I'm baffled.
Yeah. Leeds and Everton were in the top 10 this season. So next season, I'm sorry, if you base it, you have to come top 10.
Everton spent a fucking ridiculous amount of money, though. Let's not even talk about Everton. And where they should, and they think they should be getting top 4 each season. They was like, we're going to talk about bottle it. But no, all I'm saying is
disgrace this season, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just saying that what I'm saying that, yes, like we should get top 10 next season. But I'm saying, if you're going to sit there and next season go, oh, yeah, look, you get it. And then we had all of these wild cards happen, then that's got to be addressed. Like, we have to look and see what happens.
When we need to cross that, bridge or so to speak, we'll do that. Because I think at the moment,
if the asterisks are there, we got to address them, innit? Like,
can I use the wild cards of Arsenal as to why we finished 8th?
Go on, then. What are they?
No, I'm just answering that as a question. It's a hypothetical question. I don't believe in this wildcard theory thing. We're poor.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, okay,
because you're poor.
But what I'm saying is, look at Liverpool, right? So we're right. It has been over. Their injuries have been overstated, but it is a factor. Like they should have been more competitive, right? They might have been more competitive if they didn't lose X, Y, and Z. So you take it under consideration. Yes, it's not the be all and end all. Realistically, with this squad, if we go about things smart. Let's bin off the Carabao Cup. Let's forget that competition. Play the kids in that, yeah? Play the kids there. Yeah? What? Why?
West Ham.
What?
West Ham United.
But no, because, yeah.
You're starting to move like Tottenham.
Bypassing any trophy. You sound like
the Dante played the kids.
Yeah. Scrap that trophy. We don't need it. We got so many in the cabinet.
Hey, Dan, Europa League is getting to your head already.
It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense because we're in 4 competitions now, yeah? Going into next season, right? We're going to be in 4 competitions. Now, if we haven't got the squad depth to sustain right, a campaign across 4 different competitions, it comes to reason that we look at the Europa League, we would rather go further and focus on the Europa League than the Carabao Cup, right?
Do you know why this is funny, though? No, they should, Usmaan, I agree. But do you know why this is funny? Because I've spoken to fans like, so when West Ham weren't doing so well, and like Everton and all these clubs here, they will be disrespecting and cussing out some of the big teams for resting their best players.
You have the squads for it, though.
Don't money. No, see, now look at what you're doing. Now you're in the position where you finished high and you have it at the table now. Now you want to prioritize.
Did I not say? Did I not say if we have the squad depth, then cool? Like if we go and really build a good squad depth, getting
No, but then,
numbers
even if
of
you have
quality,
squad
I'm
depth,
happy.
when you play the third round of the FA Cup, you're gonna rest Declan Rice and Jared Bowen or whoever your strongest players are because you want to prioritize. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, but we might. But the idea is that we want to be in a situation where we can rest. Obviously, it depends your opposition, right? If we're against flipping Crawley or something, you would think it'd go, okay, we should be able to rest Declan Rice and X, Y, and Z and progress. But let's keep them on the bench just in case. Like when we had Felipe Anderson on the bench against Wembley that time, and he can't rescued our asses. Like sometimes, that's what you have to do. But yeah, like obviously that Europa League has to be our priority. We want to go as far in that as possible. We want a good run out of that. And look, because we can come again. Carabao Cup's guaranteed every year. We're going to be in that. If we finish flipping 8th or 7th, we're not going to get to go in this Europa League again. So let's make the most of it. I would if I had to, I would play kids in the FA Cup or whatever if I had to, because this could be once in a long time. Like, let's go and give everything to this competition and get a good run in. Who knows if we get favourable run of games?
You can do a Fulham minute.
Yeah, you could do a Fulham, and somehow, if we win it, it's huge. It's huge. So,
bro,
yeah,
win that cup, to be fair, before Arsenal Spurs win a European trophy. Lord have mercy. That's gonna be absolute.
Please.
I think the last time West Ham got to European competition,
I'm just thinking
qualifiers. So
is what was what?
The last time you got to Europa League, you lost in the pre-qualifiers, isn't it?
Yeah, but like that was but that's
can you imagine after all this season the lose to some random team?
Listen, you're in a competition where the whole competition is pre-qualifiers.
Oh yeah, I've got my
season-long pre-qualifier.
You know what it is? There's no win for us. If we win it, it's banter. If we lose, it's banter. Like there's no.
But let's be real. Like if you win it, at least people will be like, do you know what? You've won it. Losing it, you're going to be super banter.
We're going to lose against Roma, and you know why? We're going to lose to Roma in the final.
I'm here for it. I
can't wait. Emery and Arsenal 2.0.
Good evening.
Why'd you do that?
You just know if that's the final and Roma win, you just know Mourinho's going to be like this.
Yeah, 100%. But look, at the end of the day, Cahill, United have to beat Villarreal as well, though. So
absolutely.
If we don't beat
I'm sending for all you, man.
I've already said it. Villarreal, not a joke. I said it.
Nah, come on, Cahill. How can you send when you didn't even beat them in the semi-final? Like you can't.
Because I can. He was sending for me, talking about it. Pipe down, you. Pipe down. You just enjoy the ride that you're gonna get. You may reach quarterfinals. You may just enjoy it.
Qualifiers. But I was about to say qualified.
I was about to say qualifiers.
Kale, obviously you're talking a big game. We haven't mentioned your team, so that's
isn't it?
Obviously, hopefully you're quite.
I'm talking a big game because all I can do is hope now. Hope that we don't embarrass ourselves as badly as we did this season.
Honest to God. Anyways, obviously it's been a great season for Arsenal. They won the transfer window, they won the kit.
You even fished with your questions, by the way. You fished with your questions.
No, I'm just saying that they won the kit war. Obviously, they won the Twitter, the league title as well. It's been a good season for Arsenal fans. Do
you know the maddest thing is you've actually won a trophy this season? I was saying this to Usmaan yesterday. You've actually won a trophy this season.
Remember when they won that? Remember Moose after they won that? Yeah, we're gonna win the league. We're up there. We're gonna win the league.
No, not in my opinion.
Oh God, man! Arsenal fans won that.
So until you like,
what's this audio?
What's that?
I don't know. Some mad echo of someone. I don't know whose mic that is. Let's have a look.
Some delay. It's gone now.
I think it's Daniel, actually.
Me?
I don't know what's happened.
We do some editing for Eyes on the Ball.
Right, let's talk Arsenal then. Obviously, we're gonna have to leave Leicester because we're gonna be on that. Otherwise, they've had a good season. I think we would probably all agree. Obviously, it kind of fell off towards the end, but they won a trophy in it. So
Nicolas Pepe. Nicolas Pepe.
Kale, we let you speak. Obviously, we've allowed everyone to have their say first and foremost about the team, and then everyone can jump in. Kale, do you want to kick it off? What are your thoughts on a consistent 8 and 8 from Arteta? What are your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, what is it? He came in halfway through the season, finished 8th. We decided to give him the full season off the FA Cup. But he finished 8th, comfortable in his job, no chance of him being sacked. So we can all look forward to next season when we finish, I don't know, 8th again, potentially. I don't know what it is. It's a joke at this point. It's like there's no ambition, but we all knew that from the top. Because if it was just a tiny bit of it, he would have been gone by now. Josh Kroenke was there at the game on, was it Sunday? Good for you, bro. Cool. What are you gonna do? How much are you gonna spend? Apparently, he wants to do a good job. He wants us to compete.
Did they not say to you that something about you're gonna be entertained or you're gonna be excited?
Be excited.
Yeah, be excited. I mean, we were told to be excited last season, and look where we ended up. So it's a constant game for these guys. It's every year they say they give us some next PR spin, and we end up doing worse than we have ever done before. So it is what it is, man. I mean, it's funny how Nicolas Pepe's had scored 16 goals, all comps, 4 assists, but he decided for the first couple of months to start, maybe longer than to start William.
I don't understand.
Yeah, he's from in 21 games.
I said to you ages ago, didn't I? Like, why is he not playing? He was bagging a brace in the Europa League and they're not playing a single minute on the weekend, like consistently as well. Like
he seems deadly as a finisher on his left foot. It's always bottom corner every time.
I said halfway through the season I'll still take him on Man United, but obviously on the right wing, like he just needs.
Here's the thing with Pepe is obviously that the price tag didn't do him any favors. He had a very bad start to his Arsenal career because that first season wasn't great. But you can't for a right winger to get 16 goals and 4 assists all come. That's not bad return, especially in 21 starts. He's had a fantastic season. He's arguably been one of our best players. Maybe one of the kids will probably take that prize, but
Saka, without doubt.
I'd put him up there. He's been nothing short of fantastic for us, and hopefully next season that will continue. Whether or not it's down to Arteta's tactics. Well, I don't know because that guy, man, that guy is just he's so bad, man. He's so bad. It's crazy. I don't know.
Did you see Cahill? He was coming out and saying that, like, oh yeah, Josh Kroenke, like he supports the club and he wants to do what's best. So he's basically solidifying his status as a yes man, basically.
Oh, he's solidifying his status as a yes man, but he's also making sure that his job is very much safe. Because if he says the right things, he's always on their side. Then what are they going to do if finishing 8th isn't enough for him to get the sack? Then I think he's pretty much secure. They believe in it, but nobody, including the Arsenal players, don't believe it. Thomas Partey's had a bad season, and that's can only be put at the feet of the manager. Who else? Xhaka has been consistently playing. Apparently, according to a certain fan page, Xhaka has been a key player for this team, but he's been consistently trash just because he plays a few.
Who said that?
Just because he plays a few nice passes forward here and there, that doesn't make him anywhere near the good midfielder that everybody claims that he is.
What about Leno as well? He's leaving as well. That's an L as well, man. You guys got
who's leaving?
Leno's going.
Leno, is he leaving? Well, it is what it is, man. I'm not even.
David Luiz has gone as well. They gave him a rated hero send off and all that. Like
David Luiz got a better send off than Mesut Ozil. Let that sink in. But
David Luiz got a better send off than Wenger did, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, man. I mean, this club's in the pits, man. It really is. We can't. There's no two ways about it. I don't know where we're gonna finish. I may be giving it all talk, but what else can I do? I gotta have some bravado. Like I'm saying that as a football fan, not an Arsenal fan. Leave that side of me out of it. I'm just being a football fan right now, just having a bit of bravado. But I don't know where this club's gonna go. What I
will say, Kill, though, a bit of positive news. 5 wins on the bounce. I'm not even taking the piss now.
All right, I was bracing myself.
No. 5 wins on the bounce, man. Obviously, you know what Arsenal fans are gonna be like next season. They'll be tallying it up. We won 7 in a row when they win the first 2 games.
Yeah, but 5 wins on the bounce when absolutely nothing matters. The season was done, so I don't care.
You could have still got Conference League.
We could have still got exactly that. Yeah, that's the blessing that everybody wants, man. I don't know. It all comes
Right.
down to our signings, man. If we have some exciting signings in the summer, then maybe I got a bit of hope. But apart from that, man, the team's finished. It's in the mud.
Oh, fair enough. Right. Anyone want to add to Arsenal's misery, so to speak?
I think it's weird with Arsenal because I agree that Arteta's not the right manager, but in terms of what he's trying on getting rid of the dead wood, that part is right. He's got rid of Ozil, David Luiz, Leno's going.
Ozil wasn't dead wood. No, here's the thing. Ozil wasn't dead wood. Xhaka was dead wood. He played most of the games. In Willian was dead wood.
Whether you like it or not, though, with David Luiz, the proof is. With Ozil, the proof is there that Wenger let him get away with murder. Like he did. He wasn't. He had that one season where he was a world beater. But if you base his career, would you class him as an Arsenal great? No. Would you say that he had really good periods? Yes. But did he have consistency? No, he didn't. Here's
the thing. How many players from, say, 2012 onwards could you classify as an Arsenal great? Not many. Maybe Van Persie. Maybe Van Persie.
Theo Walcott, innit?
Shut up, bro.
You mean one of them kids?
I would say I'm not even trolling. I think he's an Arsenal great.
I'd say Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey, you'd probably. I'd class Aaron Ramsey.
I know
he was good. He was good.
By modern standards.
Here's the problem with Ozil. Here's the problem with Ozil and the PR around him. Whenever he create, I don't know. I mean, he was the highest chance creator or key chance creator that Arsenal have had in that period. And eventually it all came down to the strikers not being able to finish. I mean, Giroud, we all know that season. Exactly. But Giroud was there that season when he got 19 assists. He needed 2 more to break Henry's, and Giroud just couldn't tuck away the shots that the chances that he created. Yes, we had Orba there, and you can't disagree that when Ozil Orba played together, or with Lacazette, I'm missing somebody else, but there is Ozil Orba. When they played well, and just because he didn't want to defend doesn't take away from the fact that he was a very good chance creator, which was his job. You can't tell me anybody in the Arsenal team can defend well. Even Thomas Partey, who was bought for 50 million for the sole purpose of being able to impact us defensively, has been horrible. So there's a lot more going on with that whole Ozil situation. I disagree with Ozil being a flop, but like Xhaka is still there. He wanted to give Mustafi an extended contract. Rob Holding, man.
He has said, hasn't he? I mean, look at the players he's got rid of in this summer and January alone. It does take time, and it looks like that he's continuing that recycling process of getting rid of more players. So you can't say on that part that he's not trying to get rid of people that are no longer required.
I think keep Arteta for the foreseeable future, to be honest.
and I say keep Ole for the rest of your life.
Ollie's second.
You can't even compare them. Like you can't.
I'm not comparing them, but you realize that Usmaan is not an Ole fan.
I've heard, but
he will be after Wednesday.
I've heard Ryan Mason's available if you need a
that'd be an upgrade on Arteta.
He'll take Winks with him as well. If you need
Ryan Mason finished 7th. Ryan Mason finished above Arteta.
Yeah, true.
Oh shit!
As it stands, Ryan Mason ball. Yeah, that's true. So,
shit! Yeah, Ryan Mason is better.
It's the thing is, Arsenal fans, I think that they think their solution to them coming back is just clearing out deadwood. All I hear about them is we'll clear out deadwood. That's what we need to do. If we clear out this player, we get rid of that player, all of a sudden we're going to be great. Not to mention the idea of like you're not going to get a lot of money for these players. 2, you're going to have to replace them with far better players. 3, you're going to have to hope that the coach can coach them. It's not, but when you look at it, look how your whole transfers have been in this. These Xhakas and Mustafis and El-Needs were improvements of players that they replaced before.
Marzio was saying you're going in talks with Odegaard, which would take a lot of your budget. If you were going to sign Odegaard on a permanent, that would be expensive.
No, I think it'll be another loan.
You reckon?
That budget, I don't think will be a lot as well because you ain't got no European football, so I can't see the.
But here's the thing: here's what we need to do. We need to change direction transfer-wise. We can't keep spending these massive sums of money, like 35 million, on a better than average Xhaka, who turned out to be poor. We can't keep spending these money on a better than average Mustafi, who turned out to be just crap. So we need to change direction. We need to invest in young players and just try and train them up to see where they can end up, where we can end up finishing.
They can use you as a stepping stone because you're a small club now. But
bro, it is what it is, man. But here's the thing. It's funny to say that, but here's the thing. If those young players end up propelling us to top 4 consistently and potentially league titles, then they're not going to use as a stepping stone because once again, Arsenal's a big club, so it doesn't matter. You can banter us all you want, but the simple fact of the matter is we still have a history, we still have a name attached to Arsenal, regardless of this current.
You feel like you could sign young players and that propel you to league titles, and that's all going to be all gravy, yeah.
Oh
God! From a West Ham fan. You're a West Ham fan, bro. Just relax.
I'm a football fan. I'm a football fan. Listen, I have been right. Every single thing I have said about Arsenal, I have been right. We sat here and we talked about this, about me being this. I can't remember what we called it. We called it the lawless.
Nostradamus.
Yeah, Nostradamus. Yes. Right. When it comes to Arsenal, I am always right, and I have these debates for Arsenal fans. Then they come back and realize I'm right. So just listen to me. Don't argue. Just sit there, get under the learning tree, and just take it on board, and then go, okay, yeah, you're right. In fact, they might as well just hire me. Honestly,
absolutely.
So,
but then again, I could also say everything that I've said on the Free Midfield podcast for the part. I don't know how many years we've been doing it. I've been right as well. So it is what it is. I'm not saying
sure you was on the Arteta's bandwagon early doors.
Oh yeah, he's got his shirt. Arteta's the con man. Like he fully went for it.
But I'm just saying like this is all hypothetical. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying giving any predictions. I'm not saying that we can come back to the team that we were before. I'm just saying the direction transfer wise has been wrong. So that is something that needs to change. And I think that if we can get quality young players in, build them up, then the sky's the limit. That's what I'm saying.
Can we just
I saw the other day that Arteta's 20-1 to get sacked by Arsenal and then go back to Pep as a co-man. It's 20-1 odd, you know.
No way.
Yeah, I might put in a couple of pounds on that. See what happens. Imagine that. Imagine the BS if he gets sacked by Arsenal, goes back to Pep to be the co-man. That would be mad.
Hey, Kish, maybe you can find some cone man, innit? Maybe you can get Klopp's cone man.
Man said Klopp's call, man. Listen, you're fucking that Ryan Mason. You relax, yeah.
Listen. Arsenal had Lundberg for a bit. Do you know what I mean? That backfired as well.
Model, don't forget.
Lundberg at least had age and a status, man.
He won 0 games. Lundberg won 0 games.
He was an Arsenal legend.
He lost every game.
That manager bounce was different, you know. Oh, shit. Listen, we're gonna finish on one last.
You keep muting yourself, Daniel, and talking, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna finish on the last topic because obviously we're gonna be all night, and obviously it's late and all that good stuff. So regarding the best summer signing, we'll just leave that for next week. Right, last thing we have to discuss it because it can't be an end of season review without mentioning VAR because it's been an absolute joy for us Man United fans. It's been brilliant. I really enjoyed
Manchester United.
No, absolutely, I've loved him and I embrace it. One of our most prolific players this season. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on VAR? And if you were to change anything, obviously I'll get rid of it. Where would you sit on that matter? What do you reckon, boys?
Change the
better referees behind it.
There you go. As simple as it gets.
Okay, that's the end of that debate. Anyways, it's been a pleasure. Obviously, doing the show. Listen, I'm going to leave it there because I think I was going to disagree with that because it's just a perfect.
We need more Mike Deans. They need more Mike Deans on.
We need Howard Webb to go out of retirement first and foremost.
Yeah. Shout him out still. Yeah,
shout out Howard Webb.
Yeah, that's their 12th man. That was their 12th.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You sound like a hater, bro. You sound like a hater. Get your own.
Mike Dean is the Spurs fan as well, so.
Nah, to be fair to Norris, he's not used to getting pens into Lingard arrives, isn't it? But obviously that's where it is, isn't it? In fact, you know what? Lawrence, we gotta finish on the Lingard review, then we'll wrap it there, man. Just give it, just because Jason's in here, so I'll.
He just messaged me saying he got too drunk and he's gonna make it up to you. He said he'll make it up to you.
Oh, that's so good. I just want him to do the 1 minute.
He can't handle his drink.
I just want a 1 minute video from him, just rating Lingard. That's it. I want to see his sort of.
We're definitely gonna do something. We've been planning something on our channel, but. Yeah, no, Lingard. Do you know what the thing is about Lingard? I think he's been brilliant for us, and I think what's been even more brilliant by him is the fact that he went quiet for the last few weeks just to drive that price tag down. So massive respect. See, he's clever. He's clever. He thought, well, let me just ease up here. I think Moyes must have had a word with him. Like, listen, you're doing a bit too much here. Like, just don't pay the goal because we don't want to be spending no mad, crazy money for you. So he said that reliable sources have said that he wants to stay. He's told the players that he wants to stay.
Fuck you, welcome to, man.
Yeah, listen, like he's at a club that has a bit of heart, a bit of soul now. You know, I think he's happy. You know, I mean, he's happy where he's in East London, not in Manchester. And he's seeing the. Yeah, no, but I think, look, if he has a good striker that he can link up with, that is fit, that has pace, that has the skill, I think he can really push on next season. And I think not even just his ability-wise, I think the character and the personality that he has brought to the squad, I think, has been invaluable. He has really worked wonders behind the scenes. Everyone's, you know what I mean, loving him, and the team spirit has been...
Going to the Euros, Lawless, do you think Southgate will take him?
I think Southgate should definitely. I think Southgate will, because you can see once he's he really rates Lingard, and that's why he took him to those qualifiers or friendlies, whether they were, when he started to hit a bit of form, because he knows Lingard, he trusts him, he's a player that
he's good vibes, isn't it? It's good vibes too. Went in the dressing room, innit?
Yeah, exactly. That's that. You know what? He's one of them players as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, like, he's never had no massive scandal, but people act like he has, because when he just posted like silly dance, they act like it's like...
Yeah, one at Man United. What was that thing in the hotel room, coach? I can't remember where it was.
Oh,
no. Was him, you know, his friend was doing something to a pillow.
Yeah. It wasn't a scandal. It was just...
It's not a scandal. Listen,
it's not as bad as Dale Ali getting his dick sucked in front of the camera and waving.
Yeah, or Saliba like filming.
Hey, let's stop. Let's stop.
Like his balloons, but
that Saliba one was
great. Or Koscielny ripping off his Arsenal top and putting on the other one.
Szczesny having a fag in the showers after a game.
Oh my god.
Or any of Wilshire's hiding in bins and all of that sort of stuff. Lingard he's great. Even when he was quiet, he was still good. He's still trying. And yeah, man, next season, I'm hearing figures like 20 mil, 25.
Nah, it has to be at least 25 for me. I don't anything less than that.
I'm saying there's 1 year left on his deal.
Even though, man, he scored 9 goals for you or something stupid like that.
Yeah, 9 goals. Yeah, it's not double figures, is it? Not double figures.
Wow.
Sorry. Yeah, it's not Gareth Bale, is it?
Let's go, Antonio, man.
Now, I think 25 million is about right for him, man. I think anything less would be a job. But listen, you said that he's dropped off the last couple of weeks. If he was at Man United and he had that drop off, I know it's not a major one, there'd be all hell would have broken loose on social media saying, "Oh, he's X, Y, and Z." That's the difference of playing for Man United and West Ham.
No, that's just because your fans are like, honestly, plastic.
The media on our players' case, if our players don't score for 3 games, they're branded the X, Y, and Z flop, or the this or that. They need to be scoring and producing it. When Bruno went like 3 games without scoring, 4 goals without scoring, they had a full graphic of his last 4 games. Like, all hell. I'm
not being funny here, but Martial went nearly the whole season without scoring, and you were still hyping him up every week. So
say it louder for the people that say it louder. Yeah, I'm joking.
It's true.
He's got me there, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. Come back now, kid. What? What was the
soon as Martial comes up.
Listen, I don't want to get in flop strikers.
No, but the thing is, the fact that Lingard has expressed that he wants to leave and wants to stay at West Ham, that's obviously going to affect the price that we know the player wants to come. It's not like we're trying to... That part is kind of confirmed. 35 million.
What happens if Leicester or another team come in, man? You guys are going to be in trouble, man.
But he wants to come here.
He's an idiot if he goes to Leicester. He's an idiot.
Yeah, he wants
needs
to
to go
come
West
West
Ham.
Ham. I heard all this rumor about them trying to offer Martial and Lingard plus like a few mil for Kane at flipping Tottenham and all this, which isn't going to happen. That's dreamland.
Make it happen, boys. Make it happen. Boys.
Yeah, do the things.
That's dreamland. That's dreamland.
Oh,
He's always had a bit of a flirt with European teams.
Kish, dare to dream in it. Dare to dream in it.
Oh yeah. Listen, you give us Martial and Lingard plus 90 million, I'll take it.
90 million. Fuck off, 90 million.
Take it.
Lingard's got more goals than half of your fucking team, mate.
Yeah, but like you said, he's got a year left on his contract. Martial couldn't score an open bus. So
hey, 50 million down the drain.
Oh, listen.
That's the song goes, man.
Tony Martial came from France. The English media said he had no chance.
Mine's got Timo Werner, bro. He's talking about his bench.
In it.
Bro, Timo Werner in a full season has double-digit goals and assists.
Wow, stats. We love
Can't
We
complain.
love stats. Well, according to stats, Bruno's overtaken Lampard. You know, it's all good. Anyways, on that note,
Overtaking Lampard in what?
Listen, it is what it is. You want to talk about stats in one season. Bruno's got 29 goals, Lampard got 27. It is what it is. You know, penalties included. But listen, so say massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Obviously, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Everyone's links are down below. Make sure you go and hit the subscribe button on their channels as well. Like I already said at the start of the show, Daniel's 3 subscribers off 300, so go and show him love as well, man. Just before we go, I believe we've got a show tomorrow at 9 p.m. We've got about 6-7 people on that, and then obviously we've got the watch along with myself, Jerry, potentially Kojo, and So, you know, if mine not losing, I suggest you tune in because I'm going to be fucking losing my shit on that. But anyways, before we go, as always, Kale will allow you to do that. Shout out your socials and all that good stuff. Where can the people find you?
You can find us on Free Midfield Podcast on YouTube, Free Midfield on Twitter, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Yes, you love to see it. Daniel, where can the people find you, bro?
Find me on Eyes on the Ball TV. Eyes on the Ball. My contacts there.
Yes. Kish, where can the people find you, bro? Obviously, you know, win, of course, but you know.
Yeah, you guys can find me weekly on Usmaan Talks United and then on socials at Insta and Twitter, Kish and Do.
Yes. And last but not least, Lawless, where can the people find you, bro?
Yeah. At the Lawless on Twitter, West Ham Fan TV, everywhere else. Obviously, Dan Damo Jace with me and Jace's thing, which we are going to get Jace to come on here so everyone can grill and abuse him for his terrible football opinions that he continues to force on other people. So that is going to happen one way or another.
We need to what? If he comes on next week, let's just do a thing though. When we do the team of the season, we're just going to put Lingard in it just to piss him off. Like just a while.
I can't wait. If we sign him permanently, I'm doing that transfer announcement video with Jace next to me. It is going to be beautiful.
Get him a Lingard top. Top.
Yeah, will.
He'll still be like, I'm not happy with Lingard. I'm not happy with it. Let me sign it. But
he should be scoring 50.
He should be scoring 50. He's not good enough. He's not as good as Messi. But listen, make sure you stay tuned here. Keep it locked in. Follow myself, Usmaan Talks United on Twitter and all the rest of the socials. It's been your boy, Usmaan.